Greetings, my excellent friends. A long, long time ago, in a sewer hatch far away, a shape-shifting devil stole our Githyanki. Usually, when a companion is absented from a party in a game like this, I rush there. Because I don't like that. But she took her on the way to Minsk, and Minsk was more important. And then after we got Minsk back, I needed to get a handle on the map, because I didn't bloody know where Oren was. It wasn't really until the map was you know, mostly explored that we'd figured it all out. And even then, like, I didn't truly know the difference between the Murder Tribunal area and the Temple of Baal area until I'd done Saravog. So other things took precedence. But we will get her. We will. Now, mind you, it probably would have been like this regardless of who was taken, unless it was Gale. Because the four that can be taken, I've come to learn, are Halsin, Minthara, Lae'zel, and Gale. Gale is the only one whose stuff we've done, right? And because doing Gale's stuff also gets me that really important gear of mine, yeah, we probably would have done Orin earlier if we had have been forced down that path. But Halsin and Minthara don't have anything, which I do think is a shame. I understand why they don't. Halsin gets the curing of the Shadowlands. Minthara doesn't get a lot, admittedly, but Minsk gets his recruitment, basically, and Jaheira's quest is that recruitment. True, but is anybody actually going to have Yenna taken? Like, in order to fulfill the requirements for Yenna to be taken, you need to either deliberately cause that, or you need to effectively be playing a companionless or a low companion, right? Like if first of all, yeah, you probably only have one of Halsin and Minthara, so, like, you know, you've probably got three options. Maybe some people kill off Lae'zel, don't like her that much, and then you just have Gale and whatever your other one was, and maybe they're both in your party. But I just think it's exceedingly unlikely with or yeah, maybe you didn't pick up both Halsin and Minthara, and all three of the candidates happen to make up your A team. I just think it's very, very, very unlikely. Right, but the thing is, the companions that evil players stand to lose, other than Halsin, aren't on the list. Right? Because Lae'zel doesn't give a fuck if you massacre some druids. And I don't believe Gale leaves you either. It's Will and Karlach that will abandon. Can Dark Urge kill Gale? Is that like something that's easy to do? Okay. So a Dark Urge with no Gale in the party who has... Yeah, I mean, for me, I probably wouldn't put Lae'zel and Minthara both in the main party. To me, they occupy the same slot, really. But then again, if your evil party would be... I would say that the evil party would probably consist of a mixture of Shadowheart, Astarion, Minthara, and Lae'zel. And to my mind, Minthara and Lae'zel would be the ones fighting for slot 3, because Astarion and Shadowheart occupy different niches. But it's certainly possible. If the player character is a rogue or a cleric, I can see them doing it. Because, yeah, you won't have Halsin, you won't have Jaheira, you won't have Minsk, you won't have Karlak, you won't have Will. So you will only have 5 people maximum if you're doing proper evil. Like, you can do, you can get Minthara and still get Jaheira and Minsk if you change tack in Act 2, or you can do the opposite and take Halsin, keep Will and Karlak, but then change tack in Act 2 and lose Jaheira and Minsk, but that would be stupid. And what I mean by that is basically, yeah, the evil outcome of Act 1, which is siding with Minthara, definitively loses Halsin, Will, and Karlak. You cannot take that option and keep them. Unless you do weird shit with Will and Karlak where you, like, kill them and revive them and stuff, but that to me is silly. Whereas the definitive evil version of Act 2, which is letting the last light in fall, or letting Shadowheart stay with Shar, that will prevent Jaheira from joining you, which has the knock-on effect of preventing you from getting Minsk, because you cannot get Minsk without Jaheira, which I think is fair. So you don't have to do both those things in the same playthrough, but it would be weird not to. The one I can understand is if you get Minthara and be evil in Act 1 and then roleplay it as like oh, I regret my actions. I did that once, not in Baldur's Gate, but I did that where I started a big RPG story as a not evil, but it was Mass Effect. Like, I played the game 1 as a renegade, full, doing all the bad girl shit. Then in game 2, I had my shepherd fall in love with Thane Krios, and decided that his calming influence as a person who did, you know, dark, assassin-y things, and then, you know, found himself and found tranquility, and that would effectively turn her into a paragon. And through his example and through his, I guess, memory in Game 3, after what happens, she turns around. And the reason for that was because I wanted to play Renegade a bit, but I didn't want to play Renegade in Mass Effect 3, because Renegade in Mass Effect 3 causes a lot of suffering to a lot of people you come to like. I could not imagine a less satisfying way to play that game. So I did that, but it's, yeah, the only reason that worked is because I found a logical role-playing way in my head that made sense for a character journey working like that, and it's entirely Thane's fault. That's true, Withers will give you hirelings, but I don't know, I sort of, like, I sort of just unconsciously reject the hireling concept. I just think it's a cop-out. I get why it's there, and it's good that it's there for people who want it, but I can't imagine taking fully fleshed out story companions and being like, nah, I want an empty shell instead. Yeah, the best thing to do in a Mass Effect game, or any game that has like that sort of morality system, is don't feel like you have to 100% it. You can still do a playthrough while occasionally doing something out of character if it's unquestionably superior. In Mass Effect, one of the most important things that you should always do Renegade is punch the journalist. And also, yeah, when you're dealing with Krogans and such, sure. I think the only BioWare game I ever was, like, completely married to one button was Dragon Age 2, and that's because one of its, not even morality, but one of its personality buttons was basically just smartass. And so I don't think I ever clicked anything else. And I don't think I ever would. I think Dragon Age 2, instead of giving you morality options, gave you personality options. There was boring guy, douchebag, and funny. You could either be a boring good guy, you could be an aggressive asshole, or you could be funny. It's like asking, hey, do you want chocolate? Actual dog shit? Or a punch? Gee, hard question.
Still some way to go.
Let's get going.
Best be on my way.
Dragon Age 2 just existed to forward the story? I mean, no, I'm sure Dragon Age existed to make BioWare some money, but it just didn't capture the hearts and minds of the world as much as the first and the third did. Speaking of, Dragon Age 4 keeps getting talked about, and there's no way it's going to be really that worth playing. BioWare isn't BioWare anymore. There's a chance. But, like, for me at least, it won't be worth playing, because I remember my finishing point when I played through Inquisition. I got to the end of Inquisition, like, wow, I enjoyed this game, but fuck, man, this Solus guy. I didn't like anything to do with his story. He was absolutely zero fun, and I do not want more of him. That was my takeaway, and that's a reason why I never played the Inquisition DLC, because I heard that there was a DLC called Trespasser that was all about him, and I was like, I don't want more of him. So I was like, I'm interested in Dragon Age 4, but please God, let that Solus guy be done. What's the name of Dragon Age 4? Apparently this shouldn't have been a shock to me if I knew anything about that DLC, but again, I skipped it because I didn't want to deal with the character. He's only in the last 10 minutes? Well, the last time I complained... Also, fuck, that's going to blow up, isn't it? No? Ah! Failing to disarm a marble plate does not trigger it. Cool. The first time I complained about the name of the next Dragon Age game, they said, well, didn't you play Trespasser? And I was like, no. So that's why I assumed it was all about him. Ah, now if it was Solus from 14, I'd love that.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap.
Then again, I'm also one of those weirdos who thinks Sarah from Dragon Age Inquisition was a good and fun character. Apparently, that's not a common opinion.
There's a trap. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
This is one of the more interesting traps. Well, I don't really wish to get caught in it, but by all means explain it to me if I've already passed the chance of... Jesus Christ! If I ever... Because, like, one of the possibilities I've always thought of is, you know, do those... a Mass Effect run or a Dragon Age run on here if I was ever looking for... something kind of like... It'd be kind of like this, except, you know, older. So it's not on the cards right now because we've had Baldur's Gate for as long as we've had it. Like, we've had this exact type of game enough. But... I adore Sarah, so that would be funny if I played Inquisition. Like, I specifically, queued up a lady Inquisitor so that I could date Sarah. Oh, you're an elf. That's why. Yeah, no. Sarah hates elves because of the self-loathing. She likes dwarves and she likes Kunari a lot. But if you play an elf, you're not going to like her because she's not going to like you. Never mind. You started with a... Oh, right. So you don't respond to that. Okay, fair. Yeah, if you don't respond to that, then you won't like her as a Kunari either. But...
Be wary.
I related too much, you see. So this trap releases unstable blood all over the bridge, and then at the very end will set it on... Oh, so, like, it doesn't hurt you at first, just walking on the blood, but then once you get here, it goes boom. Interesting that it's unstable blood, because wasn't that, like, created by Araja Lobdrin?
Stone seals this chamber against the world.
I confess that the last time I came here, I thought it would be my tomb. You can see why.
The Baal amulet trembles in frightened awe.
Oh, good, a religion check. I'm shit hot at those. Yep, no idea.
You do not discover truth. In these symbols you see only death.
See, here's where I think you could fix the religion check problem. It's very simple. The reason why religion is in intelligence, the argument for that is the same reason history is in intelligence. It's based on the idea of, hey, you've read books about all the various gods. All you need to do is take that concept and have a religion check be a wisdom thing, and have that be more about religious, faith-based skills, whether it's praying, whether it's, you know, trying to sense the presence of sacred shit, whatever else. And divorce that from the idea of a religious history check, which can just be a part of history checks. Who's this obscure god? Maybe that doesn't need to be a religion check. Maybe that's just a history check. Then the mages can be better at it. Press the amulet against the door.
Will you return once you cross this threshold?
Yes. Yes, we will. There's a person right there. Well, there's an entity. It is a Death's Head of Baal. Yeah, these look like opponents, but are they gonna be, or are we going to duel Orin? Is that lays out?
City bleeds quicker and quicker. Have more come to seek Baal's
It's hard to tell.
blessing.
Now, we're gonna annoy her here, because, like, her deal was if we kill Gortash first, then come to visit her, we'll have an honorable duel, and she'll let Lae'zel go. But we've not done that. We've just rushed hers first. So maybe we do have to fight everybody as a result of that. And we're also not going to make Gortash happy, because before we visit him, we're going to break his foundry, so we can't even use the fact that we've done Orin first to, get into his sanctum and betray him. The inbred brat! Wow! Tell her how you really feel. I mean, I don't know, I feel like inbred as an insult is like... I mean, that's not her fault that Saravok was going all Chinatown in here. Also, Twitter has officially dropped the Twitter URL. It now just says x.com. I hate it. That was the last piece of Twitter branding they had, was the URL. Using the term dead name to refer to calling X Twitter, it's accurate, right? Like it is functionally and practically accurate. It does make me feel a bit awkward because, you know, my natural impulse is to be like, hey, dead naming's bad, don't do that, that hurts people. But also, I do have an argument for why you should call X Twitter and why you should never stop calling X Twitter, and that is because Elon did not make Twitter. Elon capitalismed his way into Twitter, forcibly and douchebaggily, took it from us, and decided to erase its identity. That's not the same thing. Twitter did not decide to become X. The spirit and soul of Twitter did not decide to become X. So we should always reject that. Even though technically it's dead naming. It's not the same thing. You suggest going around the side. Which side? There's two of those. Is there a particular one? Do you want me to go in there? Or along here? This one has a hole in it, so I assume you mean the left. Hello, Glyria.
All darkness and anger, gripping the skull and hammer, hammer, hammer. Gore on the wall, pulp on the hands. Head all gone. Yes, yes, I killed him. I killed them all.
Congrats!
So many since. So much blood. Never as satisfying. Never like the first.
Yeah, you don't want to get desensitized to murder, do you?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Shh. Silence is good. No screaming, no crying, no pleading, no air escapes. When I squeeze, I make sure they're quiet. I made them all quiet now.
Do we have any sane people to talk to here?
Cultist refuses to speak further. It seems she doesn't want to waste her breath.
Breath is very valuable to a bar list. Marsha's wedding vows? Stiv, when I called you to elope, I meant for us to be together eternally, in the only way my faith allows. This dagger, the sacred mark of my lord, is our witness, priest and officiant. With it I die by your side and you by mine. Offer up your belly of flesh that I may rend it. Hugs and kisses, Marsha.
No traps, please.
That'll be a no to my question. Stiv's wedding vows. Marsha Moo, you love your secrets, and I'm still not sure why you wouldn't let us be wed in Ilmater's temple, but oh my glimmering ruby garnet, I have loved every wild night and day with you, here's to decades more, and lots of bounding stivlets and mashlings. Hope y'all divorced in the afterlife.
That hellish hue in your skin is so distinctive. Hard to preserve in the tanning process, unfortunately.
And what do you say to a drow?
Now? Attend to me.
That divine skin you possess, unblemished by sunlight's glare. Oh, it will make for most resplendent leather.
And what do you say to the skin of somebody who's like 105?
Pointed ears primed. Elf skin, soft and supple. Almost a shame to cure it.
Right. Yeah, we don't have one of those. There's actually like a surprisingly crap amount of racial variety in the available companions. Like, we're lucky we get a tiefling, a gith, and a drow. Everybody else is elves and men. Right? It's 10 companions, and only 3 of them are of an interesting race, right? 7 that are normal-ish. Starion, Shadowheart, Halsin, Jaheira, they're all LV. Minsk, Gale, Will, Humany. And sure, you could say Will gets horns and Astarion has fangs, but the baseline is still boring. And how many bloody races are there that aren't represented? Dwarf, Halfling, Gnome, all of the shorties. Dragonborn.
The city
It's 4. Ridiculous. I guess we want to check out both sides, but we'll do our best. Any.
Should speak up.
I believe. Look on this corpse as you would look on perfection. The curve of laceration. Refined. Beautiful. Orin is so imaginative in her methods. This one gave out such sickening screams.
Unholy Assassin
You're
Michia.
well studied in Lady Orin's ways.
Few mutilate with Orin's skill. Her craft is exquisite. It is a rare honor to see her work. Relish it. Lady Orin gathering so many of Baal's butchers in one place. I can only imagine what she has in store for us.
Yeah, the fact that there's like 3 individualistic short races in D&D, and yet in a cast of 10 that they didn't bother to put one in is very odd. Specifically among the origins, because Jaheira and Minsk are set in stone. Halsin and Minthara make sense for what they are, right? Like, and then Karlak and Tiefling are fine. I'd say the ones that you'd really be looking at as maybe you could have been something different were Gale and possibly Shadowheart. Like, Astarion could have been a vampire without necessarily being an elf boy, but I think the vampire part is important enough to you don't want his race to distract from it, if that makes sense. Like, a gnome vampire would be too funny.
Sleepy.
But Gale did not need to be a human. Will... So the thing is, he's the Grand Duke's son, and so you would need him to be of a race that is going to be accepted as a Duke family in Baldur's Gate. So that maybe does mean he is correct to be the token human. Shadowheart, though, I don't think you need to be a specific race to be a Selûnite-born
Perhaps
person
the
who
tale
then
of my
gets
first
brought over to Shar. Like, she could have been anything.
And encouraging.
Right, yeah, Duke Ravengard existed before the... Okay, so yeah, Will's stuck as well, but Gale is not stuck, Shadowheart's not stuck. I would say those two are the ones that could have been different. But then again...
Carved my resignation into his skull. He accepted.
If we look at the gender balance, Shadowheart's the only, like, human-looking lady, I guess, and they wanted one of those. Still, Gale. We didn't need Gale to be who he is. Gale could have been a Dragonborn or a fucking gnome or something. That would have been interesting. A power-hungry gnome wizard. We've never had those before. Okay, that's maybe a bit too obvious.
What's inside?
Fist Rowan. A key.
The corpse does not.
No doubt doesn't want to relive his last moments.
Does the brain feel rotten?
The ecstasy of murder. Once Baal's favour is quickened within one of his beloved murderers, the bliss of his love is nigh indescribable. For he blesses his loyal with a new sensation. A mindless, instinctual, primal sensation that comes from within the bowels. An erotic spasm that washes over the killer in the moment of murder. It is said that in that instant his divine essence can almost be tasted. Forsake all other hedonisms, acolytes, for nothing can compare. Until the true ecstasies of murder wash over you, initiates, this scroll contains a prayer you may say after a kill, calling for the Lord's disgrace to find its course in your body. Why did that quest update? We found Orin's victim. Okay. Basically, we got close enough to Lae'zel that she's on the map, I guess. But I didn't see her yet.
Borrowed scrolls must be returned within a 10-day. It seems the Temple to Murder has a lending library.
Places to puncture and let the air leak.
Yeah, there she is. I thought that would be her. She's level 10. She has been gone a while.
Tell me, did the Baynites squirm beneath your screws?
Made a right mess of his hand. Peeled the skin from it himself.
Also, this chanting, I think, is from the original games too.
Let Gortash see what happens to his nasty little spies.
This bar list chanting sounds familiar. If it's not the same, then it's very similar to what they used. Our enemy's fate. Here lies Flaming Fist Manip and Tyra Thorpe, who thought to interfere with an unholy ritual murder in Harborview Park. Her body will lie here until every scrap of flesh has been picked clean by corpse beetles. Thus shall we serve all who meddle in the bloody business of Baal. Oh, it's the main menu, right?
Such fresh meat on the altar. You must distract me.
Perhaps the tale of my first kill? A mason, kind and encouraging. Took me for enough.
Do we want to go in here before we meet with Orin? The Chosen's room. Oh, it's a drop. Grimlark! You're the writer. Ooh, that doesn't look nice. Apologies for the arse shot, but I'm pretty sure that's our dirge. That is disgusting! See how he's got that, you see if you look close, you see that green? That's the nudity sensor. So if you play as the Dark Urge, this fella's not here. Because that is the default Dark Urge, right. So I guess the idea is that if you play as the Dark Urge, then whoever the Tav character is dies and the Nautiloid doesn't get out. You do instead, and Orin is in for a rather more miserable time than she has otherwise. Not that she's about to have a good time. When I come down here, am I going to get stuck down here? Looks like the only way forward will be to walk up to Orin. There's the other side over here. Does it matter that we haven't explored that? I think I want to. We'll come back around to drop in this hole. So that means that the Dark Urge has like an established role.
How would you have done it?
I'd have ripped the spine out. and worn its carcass as a cow.
Inventive, but wasteful. What of the backbone? You would discard it.
Of course not. I'd save it for later. There's always use for a spine.
Well, there's so many spineless people around. You could give it to one in need. I just figured talking to Orin before I talk to these guys will probably prevent me from being able to talk to these guys.
Truly, Lady Orin's kills are something to behold.
Sir
Orin.
Dorgan.
Disciplined. You would dare criticize the Lady of Murder in her ancestors' temple.
Orin plays with her food and barely eats it. I don't see the point. I see you're hungry. May I recommend biting your tongue in case she hears you?
With all the patrons hurling within the hour of Horace's shift, I suspect foul play and a tampered keg. Gods know I have to point the finger at someone before the fist come to close the bar down. I thought it would scare off any brawls to have a new tough, but there's something foully wrong about this one. Never says a word, but is always muttering something.
Saravok, purged at last. I do not see why the Dreadlord kept such a fossil around so long.
A stranger. Delectable, yes. I wonder, how would your flesh feel slithering down my gullet? Succulent. Ha, tender.
Right. I wonder if he's the cannibal.
Such temptation. But you are not mine to devour. That honor lies with Lady Orin alone. She insisted.
Yes. At your stature, with your constitution. An ounce of Hezro bile, 2 spoons of wyvern blood, and a corpse flower's nectar. That would do. Do you crave my promised poison? Patience. Perhaps one day.
Doesn't look like there's anything I want over there. There's certainly no one to talk to. So, I'm going to go back around now. Surely she knows we're here. Thank God Lae'zel's knocked out, because... Imagine if she could see us just faffing about the entire Baal temple while she's lying there. At Orin's mercy. Does anybody have anything to say now that we're in here, by the way? The cub speaks.
The cub speaks. You wish to consult me?
Nope. Right, Karlak.
What's the story?
I need you to help us get down.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Well, most of us.
Still alive.
Here we are in
progress.
the Chosen's room. That's Orin's room. Cruor, Orin's butler, is dead.
The corpse does not.
No, word as to why. Experiment on Cruor, that might be it. Night Owl 3. Father sent a butler to fawn over me. I'm not my mind-mangled bloodkin. I need no coddling. I send it back to him, entrails and all. Night Owl 4. Not again. The wretched minion has returned, singing my praises over the way I slaughtered it. If it craves death, I will give it a lingering one. Its screams will silence Father's concerns. Night Owl 9. Again, this praise-poxing creature comes back to me. If it will not leave me be, I will make something beautiful of it. An effigy stuffed with the flesh of every other butler in this city. Father will see I need no instruction, no inspiration, nor does any true chosen of Baal. Is this the one with the hat? It's an imp. Orin's butler. Well. Dark Urge's butler. Do you treat it the same way Orin treated hers?
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Hello, Grimlark. I've read your books.
Lady Orin awaits you at the altar. Make haste. Lady Orin.
What's up for discussion?
Faricia?
Lady Orin awaits you. Yes.
That is the face and mocap of Auntie Ethel, but with a Baal palette swap.
Lady awaits you, Petal.
A couple turns should do it.
Nobody cares if we pick this lock. Probably because we can't. There we go. Blood envy for the unworthy. Oh, my stupid slaughterkin. How many thousands will you mutilate before you learn to make their blood spill worthy of Father's altar? You deceive your god with these mindless flayings, and our temple, no, my temple, decays because of it. It can't be so. It mustn't be so. The favourite of Baal must be one worthy of his name. One who serves him, and only him. If you insist on shouldering the yoke of these so-called chosen, then I will craft you a better one. A worm, to make you mindless as the altar meat you butcher. And I will restore this temple in Baal's true image. A glorious vision built atop your festering corpse.
Let's have a look.
Hey, Karlak, do you want to do it on Orin's bed? Yeah, me neither. We'll steal their stuff, though. A plan for chaos. How weakly the city slumbers above, safe behind its walls. It forgets what lurks below. It must be reminded. If the tyrant wishes them to suckle his accursed teat, I can make them crave it. My sweet assassins set to stalk their hearts and stifle their throats. My changelings will turn the very face of hope against them. Master choking apprentice, father hacking down son. The city will butcher itself soon enough, and the lordling will be powerless to stop it. Ketherick had a note about the Baal cult having a leadership dispute. Is that between Orin and our dead man on the floor? Well, no, but if you're playing as the dead man on the floor, then the dispute mustn't happen because you're busy in the Shadowcurse lands. An old note. Is it like a Revan thing? The Dark Urge is like amnesiac, isn't he? It's funny how you sort of get the Dark Urge story without playing the Dark Urge. So like the reveals of it will then be a bit muted if you play it again. But I mean, it's still going to be good.
Orin relished tormenting this poor soul.
Lady.
Sorry, I've already spoken to you. Oh boy. Why is she all glowing? Is that a speak with the dead glow? Oh shit. Well, anyway, let's look around here first. We got Orin's chest key. That's funny because we've already opened Orin's chest. But I like stealing keys. And we also have a manifesto, which is what every murder cultist needs. Written on leathery parchment, the document has a fetid, metallic odour. Manifesto 13 Uktar 1482. I, Orin, called the Red by the Shalar, daughter of Helena, granddaughter of Sarevok Anchev, do vow in the name of Baal, my lord of murder, to serve his unholy will. I shall become an incarnation of slaughter, and the pain and humiliation inflicted upon his temple by the ignorant masses of Baldur's Gate shall be repaid 1,000-fold. This do I swear and attest with my own heart's blood. Can't kill everybody, though, because if you kill too many people, then they won't make new people, and then you won't be able to kill more. In your perfect chaotic murder world, you do need a certain amount of society to live on. Pay heed to the tragedy of the Buffle kills. Clicking on her doesn't do anything, because she's not carrying anything, but we can press this magic button.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
5, right from the jump. And a quick save here, because I'd kind of like to listen to all of these. Who are you? We know who she is, but I want her to describe herself.
Helena Anchev, daughter of Sarevok, mother of Orin.
Why did you try to kill your own daughter? That's a leap. Okay.
I wanted to be Val's chosen. Sarevok told me she must be my offering. I was close, my hand around her throat. I failed.
Does Orin know you? Sarevok ordered you to kill her.
No. She worshipped him. Loved him.
Ooh, ammo.
So did I.
What happened to you?
Orin, my daughter. I tried to kill her, but she killed me first.
So where are you from?
Baldur's Gate, Brampton District.
The spell's power
How terribly
wanes.
ordinary.
You can ask no more questions.
Well, I think we got the value piece of information out of that. Saravok ordered Helena to kill Orin, but Orin didn't know that happened.
The Death's Head stares at you, eyes full of anticipation.
I'm sorry, but you don't look very threatening. Look at those little baby eyes.
Death's Head stares at you, eyes full.
Look at those innocent little baby eyes behind the murder cloak.
Come now. So sleepy.
Anyway.
It will miss all the fun.
Orin, behind you!
Hush, hush. I hear footsteps trip-trapping on the Murder Lord's stone.
Never mind, we teleported in front of you.
It refused the Murder Lord's command and comes crawling into his sanctum with the tyrant unpulped. I know what you did. Spilled my grandfather's crimson. He was mine. He showed me how to slice and slit. He guides my dagger still. Oh, did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation.
Like the salvation your mother offered. She attacked you on Saravok's orders. Your father's orders. I assume that prevents her from killing Lae'zel.
No! No, no, no! He didn't! He didn't! Filthy, pig-mouthed little liar! Grandfather loved me. He worshipped me! These petty smearings will not save you.
This is interesting. We got 3 checks, but we also just have a non-check line that's just, "You're pathetic, no wonder he tricked you so easily." Your drow did not have the intel. You didn't know about the room. Orin just killed Alf Halson, and let me guess, you were just like, eh. You're pathetic, no wonder he tricked you so easily. What is the difficulty? Because I kind of want to go with 3, but 1's the safe option.
Liar! Your skin will be grandfather's shroud, coward! I will flay you where you stand!
Oh, Slayer! You want to break her with it? Well, when did I quick save? I quick saved very recently. Fine, we'll call her inbred to make Demon Dragon happy.
grandfather loved me. He worshipped me. These petty smearings will not save you.
That was a strange camera there. Saravox, your father, Orin. He abused your mother. He abused you. It's pretty high DC anyway, but we got good bonuses. 38!
No, not him. Not him. I did all this for him. Everything. Everything.
No, Orin. You did this for me.
Ball. Father, they lied to me. They lie.
Hush, child. No more doubts. No more fears. No more Orin.
Sorry, why does Spal sound like Geralt of Rivia? Whatever. Okay, fight! Orin, Deathbringer of Baal, Slayer form and all. Lae'zel is on the table. Oh, we're back here. That's good. Where's my... Oh, shit. No, they are down there, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, everybody's here, everybody's here. For a second I thought, wait, hang on, the water elemental isn't still up in the bloody cave, is he? But no, I did bring him down. As far as enemies go... They're not all fighting us. Just 2 of them are fighting us, as well as something called the Boon of Baal. Where's that? Right, that's the statue itself. It can't be hurt. Well, if it could, it wouldn't be very robust. We have an unstoppable 2 there. What? The concern here would be not wanting to hit them in case it brings them into the fight. But what's Bloody Favor? Are they going to get sacrificed for your shit? Oh, unstoppable 7. Okay. Karlach will be able to wear that down with Nyrulna. It's a shame Karlach doesn't have high ground, actually. If anything, by attacking from here, we've made a mistake, because now we're on low ground. Whereas if we had Karlach throwing from here, then we'd have the Nyrulna super bang dealing with Orin's unstoppable immediately. Doesn't matter. The traditional Jaheira opening is enticing. We could get everybody except for, we could get everybody and also this guy. Would knock an unstoppable point off of them and maybe knock you over. The problem with it is anybody who wants to get into melee range. Let's take a look at Minthara first. What would we want to do with her? Divine Smite. Maybe on the one we can actually hit. Or just throw attacks into the unstoppables. Throw a smite down on the weak one. Oh yeah. Just do a regular attack. Gone!
Still standing, no matter what you heard.
Maybe a moonbeam on Orin just to take 2 charges of Unstoppable away? We can't hit both of them with it. But I'm more interested in getting rid of Orin's Unstoppable than I am in this one's.
Nature's servant and yours.
Yeah, you stay down here.
Unleash me.
Oh boy. Right then. Karlak, you head up there and then you can maybe high ground on Orin.
Close ranks.
Get mad, first of all.
That's it.
Can she throw the dude? These guys are all sanctuaried up, and the other enemy cannot be moved by force. For some reason. What is it that gives you that? Unstoppable. Well, what if we throw... I kind of want to try this. Will this take away both charges of Unstoppable or just one? Because we don't have high ground. I think Tavern Brawler does it. Yeah. 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 We can. I like that. Interesting, you don't seem to have attacks of opportunity right now.
Have to keep going.
Oh, what do I want to do? %49 chance. Oh yeah! Wet first. Oh, you're super far away. Why don't you... What's happening here? Oh, they can't... Jahira is also afraid. Well, because they've got their shit. It's just, Okay. Well.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Just zappy, I guess. Still pretty good. Karlak can take care of the rest of the HP. And I got rid of Fustian. It actually hit Boon of Baal. Sadly, the save was pretty strong there. Ah!
Your command.
You actually cannot reach. We need to fly over there. Well, there's no point using smites. Missing twice isn't great, though, either.
Always the same old song.
Whoa! Oh? Can I not have a turn either? Let's see what's preventing me from having a turn. Oh. That's very strange. What does after bonus action healing word you? Even at the highest level, it doesn't heal much. Let's just go with 3. We could haste Karlak, but I don't want to risk it. Unstoppable 1? 3. Yeah. That'll hit a few times. And get rid of the unstoppables. That's good. And these guys still can't do anything. Does it just do that every turn? You can't do anything.
Fresh orders?
You have no potions. And no action for some reason. guess you're just down here now, hoping you don't die. Yeah, maybe that's what they're for. 7 of them? No, there's only 6. Well. Yeah, I'm just going back. We do need Karlach hasted. We just need to go all in on Orin and kill her before, those charges can go off. Ignore the other 2. Like, that was the thing. I didn't need to throw someone at Karlach at Orin. That was a waste. I should have used a weapon.
Loved me. He worshipped me. These petty smearings will not save you.
Oh, fuck off. Better.
No.
So what can you do? Not you, you. You! What is this? What?
I think I could go another round.
All of a sudden, people who are next to each other can't take turns before each other.
On your command.
Yes, it is your turn. It is both of your turns. Well, they weren't last time. Ever.
Consider my hackles raised.
This time I'll actually get the ritual chanters, see if that does anything. They're still doing stuff. It hit your unstoppable, but it didn't hit Orin's. Okay. Here, take an unstoppable away from her. And then we'll just have you take unstoppables away from Orin. But wait, what's that thing we could do to you? There is regrettably a lot of things in Paladin. I'm finding everything except it. It can't be... Okay. Oh, my head hurts. There's another one. You I can ignore.
Now this is my happy place.
You have an attack. Great. Multi-attack would be great for Unstoppable. Three.
No choice but to keep going.
Indeed.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Get mad.
Hup.
One. Crit, that's good. That's it already? Not quite. $18.
Blood comes easy these days.
It'd be very funny if Cull the Weak worked. Seven damage. Who knows, maybe we'll crit. Cull the Weak worked! Whew. Oh, that is a relief. And by not dealing with the Chanters, we got the achievement. Yeah, so the intended way of doing that fight is to kill the Chanters, which takes away the Unstoppable, and then you can go ham on Orin, but I wanted to see if Six Throw Karlach could do it. And the answer is no, but almost. I think she would have without my finishing blow if Jaheira hadn't... if Jaheira's Ice Storm had worked. And certainly if we had Minthar's Aura of Courage, you would have had the Myrmidon as well. Like, it would have been easier. Like, it's definitely doable. It's just, Well, notably, there's only 6 Chanters and there's 7 Unstoppable charges, so I wonder if there's a Boon of Baal that, Unfortunately, now the Chanters are all part of the fight. But there's ice between us and them, so we could actually retreat.
Need to find a way forward.
Ready for another round?
Dark Urge has a completely different fight here. That's interesting. Or a completely different mechanic. Well, I imagine the Dark Urge... Because Arn turns into the Slayer. Where did she go? Oh.
gods, it's hot in here.
I'm gonna move Karlak down because she's actually a bit sore. Then again, so's Jaheira, but I can't move Jaheira. She'll get a turn actually very soon, so that's fine. Pull over. What level is slow? Level 3? Level 4 will... Or level 3 equals. I think it equals. Yeah. We could do another one of these. Minthara is actually up here in the fight. I didn't even notice that. Just do another one of these. I'm... Yeah, there goes those three.
On the hunt.
Yes.
Unfortunately, most of you have sanctuary, so let's... I want to fly you here so you don't go prone when you walk across the ice. Didn't help. She still had to make the save. And that unfroze the ice somehow. That one's still scared. Well, I have chain lightning, but I can't fucking see anybody. Water elemental to do an AoE? Would chain light... If I have one, would chain lightning hit the others? Because there's not a huge amount of AoE space here. This is all he gets. Oh!
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Let's just try it.
On my way.
Don't fall over. Okay, you don't slip on water. Good. Yes! It does get him! That's
A
good!
metallic tang fills the air as the Slayer's form is drained of life. Ashes to ashes, blood to blood, you have robbed another god of his chosen.
Examine the blood with dismay. This will take forever to come out.
A glint of light on something in the blood catches your eye.
Another stone.
Made my beard twitch.
One more chosen to go. Can't wait.
Find Gortash and take his nether stone.
It encumbered me. God. It's actually quite a good dagger. Bloodthirst. You got 2 of this weapon? Interesting. I'm gonna send this to Astarion. We might use it on him when we get him prepped for Cazador. We might not. I don't know. Minthara would like to talk. And we also have Lae'zel. Well, you know what? Lae'zel has waited this long. She can wait longer while I have my break and get something to eat.
I feel I'll run later.
No offense, Lae'zel, but my head hurts. I need to take a break.
What a charmer.
I think I'm alright. My head was starting to hurt during that fight with Orin, which I think is sleep deprivation because I woke up early by accident today. I'm gonna try and go to my usual stop time, which is an hour and a bit, but we'll see. If I start to feel ugh again, I'll leave it, but yeah, that's another reason why I just sort of tried to one-turn the Orin fight and succeeded, was because I didn't want to think. I didn't want to have to alter my strategy and start thinking about, okay, now I need to deal with these 6 sanctuary affected ritualists, which, yeah, like, between our mages we had options, and we could have used like AoE stuff from these guys, and I don't know how Karlach would have dealt with him though. But yeah, I was like, nah, my head hurts, I just want this to vanish. But thankfully, yeah, we managed to brute force. Basically, this Undercity has just been an example of me brute forcing things. Nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of funny.
No one back home will ever believe this.
We need to free Lae'zel, but we're gonna loot everybody first. And talk to everybody as well.
Hell's take that Baal freak. She would have bled the whole world just for the fun of it. We've got her Netherstone now. One step closer to getting the Netherbrain under control. What's on your mind?
I would be lying if I told you I was certain we would walk out of that temple alive. We faced Baldur once before, and I was not ready to count on luck a second time. But luck had no part in it. Just you. And now it is Gortash's turn. We'll need his stone to finish this, however you plan to acquire it. So let us go pay Lord Lyre a visit. Ask it.
Hey.
We need to kiss in the Baal temple.
Oh. Yes.
Something, something, blood of our enemies. Oh boy, really going at it that time. Minthara!
Yay!
And then we break up with her. No, we don't.
Hard to believe she is dead, after all that she did to me. I do not often doubt myself. But surviving Orin took courage and strength I was not sure I had. I could not have faced her without you.
Few people could face a chosen of Baal. You did.
You are trying to raise my spirits. I appreciate it, but any joy the sight of Orin's corpse brings me is but a speck of comforting shade. There is little relief to be found from the heat of the storm we are caught in. While the brain is still free, and we are still infected, we will never be safe. But we can talk of this later. For now, let us be glad that we still draw breath, and that Orin does not.
We got hurt more than we ever have before in this fight, especially in the last version.
What's hiding here?
Oh man. Oh!
There can be no respite.
Okay. As actual armor, not that good. Armor class 1, advantage on charisma stuff, and then just +1 to attack and damage rolls while you're shape changing. However, can she not? Can you not wear it as camp gear? I thought you could wear real stuff as camp gear. No. That one. Damn! But I mean... I don't care about the reality of it. You should be able to wear something without needing to worry about the stats. Because she looks much better like that.
Come on, let's go.
Or you. I think this game could learn enough from 14 to take that as a cue.
What to do?
She also has studded leather +2 for some reason. Ring of murderous opportunity. Formless, unsettling dread fills any normal folk that don this ring. The transpositional magic thrumming within wishes to be used by only one specific scion of murder. Oh. And we have short sword Crimson Mischief. An additional 1d4 piercing against targets in the back half of their health. When you make an attack with advantage, it deals an additional 7. You can add your ability modifier to the damage if you use it as an offhand. Starion, you can have that too. And all of that perfectly preserved in her gore pile.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Who knows how that works?
All right. What now?
We are dangerously close to Encumberage.
Hey, good looking.
What was this thing about being able to take? Yeah, take everything and put it in there. Yes, that's good.
Never a dull moment.
A pound and a half of keys. Alright, now I have enough room in my pack that I can afford to carry both netherstones.
Looking ahead. Breathe deep and move. Anything of use?
Didn't think these guys would have anything useful. Grimlock died all the way down here? I talk to the bones. Wait, you've never watched me stream Baldur's Gate 3 and you arrive in the Temple of Baal Aftermath. Jesus, where do we begin? This is a notebook filled with handwritten poems, most of which seem to be about communing with the murdered dead through contemplation of their corpses. The verse, much of it quite accomplished, is lyrical and elegiac, profoundly insightful and even moving. The final poem is 34 lines in length, ending with the words below. Your corpus was killed, your life ephemeral, but your death was fine art, and art is eternal. Hail, immortal victim, hail, in sacrifice live ever on. Well, do you know anything about Baldur's Gate at all? As in, like, the original 2 games. But this is Baldur's Gate 3, which is 100 years in the future, and so it has callbacks to the old games, but most of the party is new. But we're at a temple of the murder god, and we just killed the murder god's chosen. That's her, the gore pile. And everybody else here seems to have also... I don't think... Did we kill these people? I don't know that we did. But there were people in here who were alive. You! We definitely didn't kill you. What killed all of these onlookers?
At this point, nobody can control rain, and it knows it. We must seize the third stone before it breaks free.
Right, yeah. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you play as a Baal spawn. Offspring of the murder god. And throughout that game, you meet other offspring of the murder god, and you generally kill them, because most of them are evil. You can stop this, prophecy and shake off that stuff, and that's well and good. Or you can choose to become. This game presumes a good protagonist from the first 2. Not that they get mentioned very much. In this one, the story isn't really about Baal anymore, but one of the 3 leaders of the conspiracy we're fighting is the current chosen of Baal. So we're not currently this guy's kid, but we did mess with their plans. But we're about finished with the Baal side of the story. We're mostly dealing with mind flayers. Oh, these ones are actually alive.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
She is crushed, destroyed, obliterated. But her skull did not sit in my palm. Not by my hand. No. No.
Oh my god, I forgot Lae'zel.
All you needed was a drop of Adabile. That would have done for Orin.
Don't worry, we'll get her.
So messy. All
This is one of the companions. This is Lae'zel. The way Orin's quest works is that she kidnaps one of your 10 companions, 10 being the maximum, most people would have less, at the start of the act. And so a month ago she kidnapped Lae'zel and we haven't bothered to rescue her until now. We need to get her up. We will. I want to talk to the onlookers first, and also maybe jump over here.
Attention. While I'm at it.
Yeah, there's a chest. Ruby. Necklace. Ring. Wealth offering to Baal. Lord Baal, the poison that quack sold me was not effective, diluted in the ale. Writhing failure of a slave that I am, I offer all of the gouted landlord's gold, grifted from deviants in their excess. I pray only it can fund a mighty homicide, and one day my corpse may sip on gall goblets with you in our domain. The Baalists are a little bit odd. Skfa. He just leaves me here, stuck smelling the awful... Look, she's still unconscious. It's fine.
Blood.
Can't smell shit.
Never mind.
Begone. Before I set my teeth to your flesh.
You just saw me one turn the Slayer. Do you really think you could have the remotest chance?
To let such a weakling leave unharmed. But it is Baal's decree. I will not defy him.
You have 28 health. Do you know how easy... Here, I will show you how easy it would be to kill you. Oh, he didn't go into the chasm. He did die, though. Don't actually want to fight all of these guys. She picked him up and threw him. I was trying to get her to throw him over and into the... I don't think it actually works. You can shove off of cliffs and things, but throwing is weird. Let me... His name sounds like a job description. It does. Let me see if the shove command will do it. And yes, I am committing to another reload, but I'm just annoyed that throw doesn't work because I think it should. I think if you're capable of picking something up, you should be capable of yeeting it into a chasm. Baldur's Gate 3, the studio that made this game, not the studio that made the first two, so there's a lot of like mechanical inheritances from their earlier works that are new to Baldur's Gate. And a love of environmental effects is one of them.
Hey-ho.
Can I shove you? Yeah.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
Can you do that again? Jaheira can't. Minthara could.
My victims await.
Ah, but the angle's wrong. Alright, you get out of the way.
Another harvest.
Let me strike.
Perished in a chasm. No, but they're not all in the fight. We won't be able to get Glyria. Oh, that's interesting. This one's not in the fight either. Well, anyway, I will reload because I don't actually want to fight everybody and I still need to talk to half of them and rescue Lae'zel and all that. But that is how shoving works. Push. The downside of shoving is that it removes the corpse, which means if it's a boss or something, like you can one-shot a boss by doing that successfully, but if the boss has something on its body that you want, you don't get to have it because they're in a hole. There's one exception to that. The spider in Act 1. If you shove it down the hole that also acts as a zone shift to the Underdark, if you then go down that hole or go to the Underdark and find where the hole lands, you will find the spider. I don't think you can... Can you shove the Slayer? I don't know that you can shove the Slayer. Maybe.
Never wanted the easy path.
Although I guess you need to loot her because of the Netherstone.
I should speak up.
That pretty skin of Orin's all melted to nothing. Unflayed, untreated. What a waste.
Don't mind the raspberry jam pools.
Her screams. So loud. Should have cut them off. Squeezed harder. Still, she is silent now.
These two are gone. Here they are.
You killed her! You killed her! I thought it not possible. And yet curious.
Such agonies I would inflict upon you for what you've done here. But Bow's law is absolute.
Bowl's law?
You may leave unmauled.
I knew he was an arse, but I didn't think it was that literate. Alright. Let's go help our long-neglected friend.
My head is pounding.
How are you?
To think I was taken captive by that disgusting creature. An error I'm glad you swiftly rectified.
Yes!
To camp.
Swiftly!
I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's scion.
You're right. We rushed straight to your aid. Nobody tell her. Yep, swiftly.
The cub speaks.
Yeah, so her inventory got voided, which I don't mind that they do that. It's like... it's annoying that we have to go rectify that now, but it's good because what that is a failsafe against Lae'zel or the kidnapped party member, because there's a few that it can be, having something you are not willing to lose. Because it is very shitty when a video game surprises you with a twist that takes away something you own, but it does so out of happenstance rather than, like, decree. Like games sometimes take items from you deliberately, right? And that's okay if it was planned. But taking a character away and taking their inventory with it... I mean, what if Lae'zel had Kethric's Netherstone? Hmm? It's not good. So, yeah, everything that the kidnapped character owns is teleported to your camp chest. So there is absolutely no issue. If they've got really good gear that you want to put on someone else while they're not there, you can do that. We didn't touch her, I think the only interesting thing in her little pack would be the egg that we gave her for flavor. Not in the sense that she'd eat it, but flavor in the... That's odd. Why is that? But anyway, consider Gortash's bargain. We have obtained Orin's Netherstone. We can bring it to Gortash, if we want. Yeah, we'll give her stuff back. We'll give her all of her stuff back, but I think my next intention would be to go deal with the devil. Well, not actually, but go do Orpheus and Helsik. Do we bring Lae'zel to the House of Hope, or do we not? Because Lae'zel is involved with Kithrak Foss, and thus her quest has us go to the House of Hope, but... we can either bring Lae'zel or we can bring Minsk. I just want to see why this is... oh, hello. What's happening here? Oh, it's just a cranium rat.
We watch, we wait.
This has a marker for some reason. Don't know why. Alright, well, let's go to camp. We may as well sleep after the Baal saga. So where does Lae'zel... yeah, she's over here with these guys. That makes sense.
Another ball spawn buried by our hand. Ball should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashiman winter. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Who is ready with the musings?
What do you think of Lae'zel, who you just met?
Minsk knows her people well. The skin of the world is thin up in Rashiman, and it is easier there for things to slip between the planes.
Huh.
Sometimes these are wonders from other worlds. Sometimes warriors, hungry for plunder. Such visitors have inspired a saying among my people. The children of Gith live long and forget the face of death. And so they come to Rashiman to be reminded.
So you see the Githyanki as your enemy?
They are raiders, so they raid. Minsk's people are berserkers, and so they get a little grumpy at this. It is no bone-deep blood feud, as it is with the Red Wizards of Thay. No, Minsk has no hatred for Githyanki. It is a fine thing to fight against them. And a fine thing to fight beside them too, I think. Besides, the children of Gith alone have witnessed a sight that I have long yearned to behold.
And for a moment, you share in a vision tinged with his awe. Imaginings of the astral sea, an immense horde of wild space hamsters drifting in the endless expanse.
The Githyanki may have Minsk of Rashiman's ire, sometimes healthy servings of his sword. But for this, and this alone, they shall always have his respect.
Is that one new to you two?
What is it, my friend? Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Who is red?
Sadly, we can't ask him about Boo. We could before, but yeah.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Is there a reminder that one of the foods at the creche was skewered miniature giant space hamster? Oh dear.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
Did we lose Scratch's ball?
Ooh, more.
That's Orin dealt with. Good riddance. Now that we have her Netherstone, we're one big step closer to finishing this. Once and for all.
The cub speaks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Minsk and Jaheira here are returning characters from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Minsk is the the famous man with the hamster, yes. Jaheira, meanwhile, has gone from a young half-elf 100 years ago to an ancient half-elf in the modern era, but still just as powerful. Minsk, meanwhile, was frozen. He was well, not frozen, but like he was petrified. He was turned into a statue in the city for most of that time. She didn't know it was actually him, her old friend. She thought it was a statue of him. Everybody thought it was a statue of him, and the hamster. And then eventually they were. The curse was dispelled, and the two of them returned to flesh, and so that's why he's still able to be here, because he should be dead as a human this far into the future. Whereas her lifespan allows her to still be around. They had to come up with a reason to keep him in the story. Speaking of humans,
Baal's chosen has been bled. May her torment be tenfold of that which she inflicted.
he's a human. Don't mind the horns. Now,
the blight that was Orin has been purged from the world.
Here's the biggest elf
and
in the
we
world.
have another Netherstone also. A significant step towards stopping this evil once and for all.
Pay no attention to how we've chosen to dress him. I ignore her, she's an actual devil.
How good to see you.
It really isn't.
Come
Get
for
the
a chat?
fuck out of my camp. She is not on our team. Withers, how do you feel about Baal's defeat?
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally?
We may have needed a resurrection if I hadn't have reloaded that fight. Minthara was looking pretty bad. Is that an illicit training dummy? Alright, Lae'zel. How have you been?
It is not in a Githyanki's nature to say thank you.
You shouldn't. I left you there for a month.
Our language doesn't even have a phrase for it. Kraith Khan Jan is the closest equivalent I know. May your enemies know agony. But after releasing me from Orin's grip, there is only one proper response. Thank you. Sincerely.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Well, good then. Let's carry on. Is something burdening you?
Nope, that's it. Alright. Already had Karlach's reaction.
Orin was a monster, whatever her form. I suppose growing up somewhere like this would make a monster of anyone.
And Vampire Man. Have you at least heard about the Vampire Man?
Good riddance to the shape changer. Couldn't have happened to a worse wretch. Hello, my dear.
He's very popular. I don't have room for him in my party because I usually... The last slot here changes a lot depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. Usually I bring Minsk, but Karlak has to be in the party because she's a combat MVP and also my character's girlfriend, and Jaheira has to be in my party because, well, she was my girlfriend in Baldur's Gate 2, so, you know. I'm getting to it. We needed to talk to everybody before we did inventory management. Yeah, so Lae'zel's still got her hat and cloak for some reason, as well as her weapons. That's strange. So the backpack did not take everything. Is this it? Yes. There we go. She has a single supply pack, 5 basic potions. A lot of outfits that I gave her and didn't try on with her. The Githyanki egg, 20 pounds of baby. Her armor sucks.
Our enemies still draw breath.
We might give over to her Minthara's stuff now, because we won't have Minthara. Fighting. Just yet. Because we could bring her to the House of Hope. Just to... so we don't have to figure out when to swap her out later.
When I speak, you listen.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you.
On my way.
No time to rest.
Is something...
Join us.
Make space, and my might is yours.
Take Minthara. Spot.
Well chosen.
And then we gotta level her up.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Twice, in fact. She got left in the dust a little. Level 11, she gets... oh, right, fighters. Fighters attack a lot. Why do you all seem to have gained 2 levels since we last fought? That's an awful lot. Yeah. We could give her alert. She's already strength 20, and I don't think we can get her strength 22 with ability improvement, can we? Maximum of 20. There is a way to get her strength 22, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do that just for one quest. Same as how I didn't do it with Minthara. Is there anything other than alert? Last time I just mindlessly picked alert, I made Gwombush sad, so... Speak now or forever hold your strategic analysis. Roll your damage dice twice and use the highest result. That's the one. That's actually pretty good. I did not know that existed. Specifically for melee weapon attacks. I mean, she'd probably be making a lot of those with her fighter attacks, hey? That might be better than the initiative boost. Orin was worth 2 levels. Yeah! I don't think there's any reason why this wouldn't be really good on her. Better on paladins? Yes, but we're already past that.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Can't deny that. Nightly R?
Time to press ahead.
It does interest me that the 3 people you've selected will always take these beds in here with you instead of their actual spaces. God, you don't get a lot of privacy in this penthouse.
I'll give it a shot.
Baldur, who founded Baldur's Gate. Right, so Mermy.
At your command.
Fucking regular Ellie.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
That ain't it.
All's well that ends, well, not as bad as it could have.
Speak with animals. Long Strider. There's always one person out of fucking range. Don't talk to her.
Is some...
Long Strider. And Bolts of Doom. There we go. That is the lot. So, we're winding down the quests as best we can. These are all the same quest in 3 different setups. Where is Omaloom? Well, anyway, Foundry, Cazadors, Iron Throne, I suppose, Gortash stuff. We're gonna do Gortash stuff last. So before Gortash stuff, we have, Lae'zel, Devil stuff, Will Wormway stuff, and Astarion Cazador stuff. those are our major ports of call. So, let's go to Lower City Central Wall, I think is closest. And if it's not, I'll fix it.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation.
Now, right up here, Devil's Fee.
Another step forward.
City of steel and justice.
Does he say anything about the horrible present? Yeah,
Let's
I don't
see.
go first, so you have to go.
The Devil's Fee.
Are we ready to go to hell?
Indolence breeds madness.
Lae'zel, you ready for hell?
No one stopped me yet.
Let's go to hell! Lae'zel should borrow Minsk's gloves. But then we'll have to remember that Lae'zel has Minsk's gloves.
Blackets will be done. Blackets will be done.
Alright, now we go to hell. I'm assuming they won't let us bounce back to the Elf Song Tavern when we're in hell.
My most perceptive, prospective customer. Welcome back.
I want more information about your business with Gortash.
Well, I'm loath to fully repeat myself, so I'll give you the whole tale. For a price, of course.
I've already paid you plenty.
Did I threaten you? Did I force the coin from your purse to mine? No. Pay up.
Fine.
Lord Gortash wanted to steal something from Mephistopheles, so I punched a portal into the Archdevil's dusty vaults. That something was the inimitable crown of Karsus. Gortash absconded with it, catching the interest of a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Karsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Time for a social call, then. I'm sure Raphael makes for a wonderful host.
Can you help me break into the House of Hope?
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want us to do this. Waive the fee and I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection. Halve the price or I'll halve you. Well, see, we can afford it, but I feel like deal making is a better idea. There'll be something he has that I don't want, right? 20,000 is a lot. I'd rather keep that. Fine, I won't persuade. But I might be mean and threaten her. I mean, you could probably persuade her and then decide you don't want to give her the thing after all. But then that may invite a fight. Threatening a portals between worlds person is how you end up having the portal shut down with only half of you through it. Well, I mean, the check's still there. How much money do we have? It's more than half our cash. Because we're about to spend 5,000. There's 2/3 of our stock.
Road ahead.
My most prospective customer. Welcome back. Well, I'm Lord that he
Looks like we owe Raphael a semi-friendly visit.
Oh, that's interesting. We got the Jahira one last time.
What a fascinating... Very... Of course.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide.
Look.
Do not even entertain it.
The intimidation check really is just a form of haggling. It's fine. Maybe it's not fine. It's fine.
Far be it from me to overlook reason, reflected in the edge of a blade. Half it is.
To be fair, we've already paid you twice. Once just before, and then once the first time we met you. So, like, you're doing all right, lady.
Why? The risk almost seems worth it when there's such pretty coins involved. Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
I thought you wanted deniability.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
4 items received. Where's the first one? There's 3 here. And that scratches balls, so that ain't it. Do y'all know what she gave me? Grimoire components and a note. Yeah. Book of the Spells to Hell opens the way to the House of Hope. It's bound in imp skin. Infernal Transposition Ritual. Layer Avernus. Blood Circle Configuration. Place that which has no eyes but used to see at the western point of the circle. 2 spaces lie opposite that point. Upon the left, place what is cut but cannot bleed. To the right, that which smells but cannot sniff. Beside the dead remains, the aspect of the Avarist Lord sits clockwise so. Then the circle's centre shall receive the internal marvel of infernal marble. Finally, and I mean no disrespect, go to hell. Legal notice: the owner of this grimoire asserts that it is for scholarly and recreational purposes only. As a mere dealer in antiques, I disbelieve in the very existence of infernal transplanar travel. Helsik. Well, don't sign it if you're sending it with us and you don't want us to fucking admit to any knowledge of you. In here we have the coin of mammon, reeking of a strong metallic stench, usually indicating an entire hoard of treasured metal. The infernal marble, a diamond, incense, and a skull. Opening a hell gate. To open the portal, you must place the ritual items in their proper places on the blood star. Place the skull on the star point near the altar, the coin of mammon on the next point to the right. Counting clockwise, skip a point and place the diamond on this next one. Place the incense on the point that follows the diamond, and finally place the infernal marble in the center of the star. So that is her direct translation of the obscure riddles that the grimoire is giving you. If you don't have the note, say for example, maybe if you stole this from her or killed her or something, you could probably figure it out without her help. But because we paid...
Very well.
The note.
That's curious.
Better not be cursed.
I strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action.
I strongly suggest you mind your own business.
Is not worth the risk. Traveling there uninvited.
Infernal arms, the various weapons and armor that can be found in the Hells, including their properties. The section on how to acquire them has been torn out. Helsik's diary. Is there any sound sweeter than the jingle-jangle of coins rubbing against coins? Of course, mammon will hardly be sated by a mere pocketful of gold. No, I'm going to have to start being smarter about this. What I need is not just revenue, but multiple sources of it. If nothing else, to beat Carilla. Isn't that Raphael's girl? Perhaps it's time to diversify the business? Not just curios, but information, or even better, access. Oh, you're a genius, Helsik. I thought maybe she'd have some guardians up here or something.
Wonder what's past this.
Well, there's more infernal marble.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I mean, a few of them certainly are.
What's in here?
Let's say at the very least, the Dead Three, Mistra, Shar, and if you count her, Vlakiv. Whoa.
Action, not reaction.
Can't give up now.
Yeah, unfortunately I have a hat to wear.
With a flick of the wrist.
And then a step to the right. Fuck. Better. Right. So. Place the skull on the star point near the altar. That which has no eyes but used to see. Oh, the altar being that? We should look at the mask. Jesus Christ. Don't worry, Lae'zel, we won't make you wear that openly. Place the coin of Mammon on the next point to the right. The aspect... Beside the dead remains, the aspect of the Avariced Lord sits clockwise. Skip a point and place the diamond on the next one. That which is cut, but cannot bleed. Place the incense on the point that follows the diamond. That which smells, but cannot sniff. Then the center of the circle shall receive the internal marvel of infernal marble. Interesting. That there's a number of points that don't have anything on them. Was this it for this building too? There was no third floor. It was just the roof, which had a cat on it.
You are wise to reject the devil's offer, but there is no reason to provoke him by invading his home.
Sure there is! The lols!
Is something burdening you?
We're about to go to hell, Lae'zel. Do you not want to at least consider it? Are you sure you want to go to the House of Hope? Yep. Karlach wants to talk. We are now in Avernus.
The Devil's Den is every bit as gaudy as I would have imagined.
The house is excessive, overwrought, and ever so seedy. A perfect reflection of its owner.
Gods, I can't believe I'm doing this. We're gonna get out of here, right?
Of course. We just need to get the hammer and go.
Get in, get the hammer, and go. Easy. We won't get trapped here. We won't get dragged deeper into Avernus. We won't. On the bright side, my engine finally feels normal. Like it isn't about to explode. I gotta admit, that's pretty nice. Let's find that hammer and get out of here before I get used to feeling like I might live.
She's still glowy.
Uh-huh. The Emperor is silent. It can't reach us here.
No, she's not.
Light on my feet.
She used to live here. Not in this house, but This realm.
Rest your weary soul.
You came. Such a shame.
Hope!
Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
House of Hope!
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return.
Maybe I can help you be free of whoever's hurting you.
The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
I hope so. But it is a faint hope. Just like me. I can't leave. I could only suffer. But I'm supposed to do that in silence. Everyone here hates me for what I am. I'm the thing that kills you and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am Hope. What little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night.
Raphael's driven her mad. Poor soul.
I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice.
You must ask of the Orphic Hammer. Without it, the Prince of the Comet and the Githyanki people remain forever chained.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Can you help?
Discovered an ancient Gith prince in need of a savior? The Orphic Hammer is the perfect tool for breaking all infernal chains. Hope can help. The hammer is here in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as Hope flickers from view momentarily.
Shh. Quiet. There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch. Now whisper your questions, little wretch. But really quiet and very clever. Concentrate.
Speak soft as the breeze-caught melody.
Remember, quiet as a mouse.
I need to find the Orphic Hammer. Where is it?
The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. In the archive, down the corridor, past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure.
What is it?
Can you save me? Please, 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 please.
If I can, I will. What needs to be done?
All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. Find the key, take the hammer, smash my chains. But be careful.
That was
when you
3.
take the hammer, the fire will come, and Raphael, you must run, 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 run. But don't forget me. Please, please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
We won't. We'll get you out. I promise.
The rattle of chains echoes
Well, you heard the
louder
lady.
from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
Here goes nothing.
We are now disguised. Interestingly, this has put clothes over our camp set. Debtor's attire. Yeah, hope is... Hope is ruined. Interestingly, we can leave whenever we want, which makes sense, I guess.
Rest your weary soul.
House of Hope guest book, Eliasis 1492. Please sign below. Invited guests with boudoir privileges. Hallister Blackcloak, social call. High Inquisitor Virilius Receptor, diabolic audit. Involuntary guests. Feast hall access only, meal plan D. Silvira Savicus, return unharmed. Thavius Krieg, damned. Sir Bluto Sans Pité, damned.
Seems simple enough.
A chill emanates from the pillar. You sense the sorrow of 1,000 damned souls trapped within.
Lazel's the only one who passed the Arcana check? That's funny.
Your nerves rattle and your skin shivers. The pillar contains thousands of angry souls, eager to escape.
Yeah. This is quite the place!
You feel the hunger and desire of countless souls bound to the pillar, unable to escape.
Deactivated.
A sense of overwhelming loss flows from the pillar. There are souls inside, damned and forgotten.
Iron doors to hope. Whew. Wow. This, I'm afraid, will have to be Friday's journey. We saw a glimpse of the House of Hope in Act 1, yeah. Did he bring us here? A long time ago. But this will have to be Friday's journey. Because that... it's probably going to take a bit. Still, I'm looking forward to it. Friday, tune in, come to hell with me. By the end of next week, we should be moving on to Gortash. And then maybe... what? The next 2.5 weeks we'll wind down on Baldur's Gate 3. Then after that... I probably won't commit to something new that's long because of Dawn Trail. I might take some time off for a bit on the weekdays. Because, yeah, Dawn Trail is late June. We'd finish this before Dawn Trail, so it wouldn't be as easy as being able to slot straight into it, but it'll be close enough that I wouldn't want to commit to anything big. Anyway, fare thee well.